Hello everybody, and welcome to my easy automatic doors tutorial. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this set of doors here. It's a very straightforward build, and it's a nice clean build as well. So a couple of things to note before we start: pressure plates and redstone. So if the redstone is on the same level as the pressure plate, and it's a normal block underneath the pressure plate, power will come on, and the same with glass, the power will come on. But if there's a gap on a normal block, it will come on, and with a glass the redstone signal doesn't pass underneath. So don't put your pressure plates onto glass because it won't send the signal down. A couple of other things to note: when you're building the power tower or the redstone vertical, don't use glass for that as well, because as you can see the signal reaches the bottom and won't go up. Whereas on this one there's a solid block. Power reaches the first one but won't reach the second one because it's glass, but on these two they're just both regular blocks and the power works as normal. As you can see there. I do have a video on the power tower if you want to check that out. Okay, so essentially this is the basic start design that we're going to have. So we've got two pressure plates either side, and then we've got two pistons on either side of those. Or sorry, yeah, so two on each side. Now the build is 6 wide and it's 5 across. So first thing you want to do is pick your location. I would recommend leaving a 4 gap beneath this build because I'm going to show you a method for hiding all of the redstone. So I've put this in place just to give me a bit of a guide and you a bit of a guide. So put your pressure plates down, leaving 3 gap in the middle. And on either side of that you want to put your 2 pistons. These need to be sticky pistons, by the way. And then for the purpose of this we're going to use glass as our doors. And that leaves us the 2 gap in the middle for when the doors close. So you essentially end up with the thing that I showed you just at the beginning there. It is the same as the design there. Now for the next bit, I've actually shown you what the design looks like, but I've put the redstone above ground. Now you obviously won't want to do this, but I thought just to show you exactly how the redstone is laid out, you can see it above ground, and then I will show you the method for hiding it underneath. Now these pressure plates can actually be moved forward and backwards, but you just have to bear in mind the time that it's going to take for the doors to open and close. I find this is the optimal distance. So first thing you want to do is you want to add a block either side of the top piston on the back of it, and you want to lay a redstone torch just under each of those, and you'll notice that it automatically closes the doors for you, which is exactly what you want. You want the doors to always remain closed until they're activated by the pressure switch, which will be there. And it's exactly the same on the other side. So now that we've got that in place, the redstone. So as I said before, I've shown this above ground just so you can see how the layout actually works. Now all you're doing on the other side is exactly the same thing. You're just repeating the process, and as long as both of the pressure plates on both sides link into the repeaters on both sides, you'll always have access from either side, as you can see there. Now this is what the setup would look like underground. Obviously I've removed any of the top section and I've just put one set of pressure plates in that side, just so I can show you what the works look like underneath. Now I've built this separately as well, and I will show you how to put this in place. But as you can see there, as I'm moving onto the pressure plates, it's basically turning the torches off at the side. Now to do this, we're just simply going to use the redstone power tower, which is able to transfer the current vertically. And then we've just created a simple set of steps underneath. It looks more complicated because we're in a confined space, but as I said, what I've done here is basically created the same thing but above ground. So as I suggest, either build this so you give yourself a 4 gap underneath, which gives you the space to build this, or build this up so you've got the space underneath to put the workings. So as you can see here, what we want to do first is we want to make just a tower down underneath the pressure plates on one side, and do exactly the same on the other side. These are directly underneath the pressure plates. Then you want to take away the top blocks, because your redstone is going to go on top of that. And then you want to create yourself a little set of steps down, because this is where your redstone is going to come down. Now you don't have to remove these blocks in the center. I just like to. It gives me space to move around when I'm working. So now we've now created the place for the redstone to run, as you can see there. Next thing to do is put in the redstone torches going up. So essentially the little power towers each side. So to do that, you want to create another column directly underneath the torches that you put in before. And the same the other side. And then you want to remove every other block. So you want to keep the bottom block in place, remove a block, leave a block, remove a block. And then you want to put torches on the blocks, just as I did there. So same again this side, torch there, another redstone torch there. And you'll notice again your doors are still closed. So for this you want to put a repeater facing in towards the redstone torch at the bottom, and again the same the other side. And now it's just simply a case of laying the redstone and linking it all up. So as you'll see here, the redstone then runs up. It runs along this block. Those two blocks at the top are the ones that will receive the signal from the pressure plates. And it all links around in a big circle. So no matter which pressure plate that you step on, it will open both of the doors. And that is it. You've just created yourself double automatic doors. Nice and simple. You may not actually want your doors to be glass either. I think from what I understand most blocks will work as a door block. If you're going to change the doors though, make sure you're standing on the pressure plates first, because otherwise it just seems to leave the blocks in place. But there we go, it just changed it to a different block. And you can then add your own design to make it look neat, or blend it in with the walls. So using this technique, you don't actually have to put pressure plates in. You could have the redstone leading to a secret switch somewhere, which you can then use as a secret entrance to a base. This is just more if you just wanted something within your base that just looks nice, really. But you can use it for other methods, as I said, little secret entrance or something like that. And there you have it. So if you found benefit with the video, please like and subscribe. and stay tuned for more tutorials coming up. Thank you very much.